Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Nahmaduhu nusalli ala rasulihil kareem. It is very imperative, it is very important that a foundation is properly laid down. I'm into construction. I can promise you that this is a simple rule that if you want to make a very big or even a small 2-unit house, even then you have to make sure that the foundations are very solid. Whatever you do after that, if you come to the second floor, even the first floor, it only depends on the foundation, how strong the foundation is. If the foundations are weak or they are not proper, you will not be able to do proper masonry of the walls. You will not be able to do any justice with of any sort as far as the finishing is concerned. Likewise, in our lives, it is very important and it is mandatory for us to make sure that our foundations and the foundations of our children are properly laid down. In this regard, I don't say that the children should not be given proper exposure of different methodologies and different literature, but believe me when I say this, that if the foundations are weak, or let's say if the foundations are set in such a way that a person is, building his whole life on it, then he will or she will definitely will have a benchmark of those teachings or the foundations or the learning he or she had in his early lifestyle, or maybe like learning. For example, let's say if a person is reading, I'm not saying that we should not read all these literature. They are good if you want to improve your English or maybe like for fun and all. But let's say if a person is only reading Harry Potter or only reading some other methodologies or mystical stories and stuff like that, so whatever he or she learns, she will make that standard, these standards of different literature that he or she had. They will definitely compare them, all the teachings, be it religious, be it non-religious, be it anything, to the things that he or she learned in her or his early life. For example, I know some people who are my students, and I wouldn't say students, I give them some piece of advice whenever they need it. So when we are teaching them, they for a certain, to make themselves understand, they give you an example which is related to an action hero, or some mystical or magician or any other character, which is totally different from the picture which we really wanted them to look into. For example, if I say a hero, so the young boy will definitely come up with the story of an Iron Man. So whatever we are teaching him is basically on the same foundations of an Iron Man, right? Or a Superman or Spider-Man. And in reality, you also know deep inside that those are simply fictional characters. They are just for entertainment. So what I mean is that please make sure that your children are not only reading or learning from all these literature. They should be learning, they should be reading the materials the materials which we have. It's not something which is rocket science and it's not available in the market. For example, if you want to learn more about Islam and you are not into reading, or your child is not into reading, then the best thing is then download some podcast of some very good scholars of the lifestyles or the seerah or the stories from the prophets or even the sahabas. I'll give you some names of very good scholars. That is, Umar Suleiman is one, Sheikh Yasir Qazi is one. And if you want to know about current affairs, then there is Ustad Wajiuddin. He's very nice, and mashallah, he's doing very good efforts as far as the current affairs are concerned. Raja Zia of Islamabad Youth Club is doing a fantastic job as well. And if you want to learn and want to get a deep knowledge, then Kashif Naseem Dilkusha, I would highly recommend. If you are a parent and if you are if you want to really learn some good knowledge about the deep knowledge, in fact, then I would recommend that you go and learn from the lectures of Kashif Naseem Dilkusha. So we have good scholars, we have good material available, good literature available, and if you are a female, then you should go and listen to Yasmin Mujahid. She's a very good scholar. I really listen to her. And again, if you want to learn deeply about the Quran, then Dr. Farhat Hashmi is again a very good scholar. MashaAllah, she's blessed with very good knowledge. Ustad Huma Najam is one. And again, MashaAllah, there are so many names. There is another sister, Sister Sara Asif, MashaAllah. She is again, I know her son as well. He's doing a very good job, Rohil. So you have all these names, right? Ishaq bin Sadiq, again, a very good boy, mashallah. He's doing a fantastic job with the youngsters. So we have all these names who are giving very good knowledge, and they are just not giving knowledge, they are just not spreading knowledge, they are delivering some very good materials as well. And if you just start listening to them, you will be able to better guide your children, and your children inshallah will have a positive life in yourself, in their lives as well. The only thing which I really want to emphasize again is the fact that we as parents are really trying our level best as far as the worldly life is concerned. Even after Corona, things are very challenging for every individual, one way or the other, be it their health, be it their financial situation, be it anything. But again, this does not make us exempted from giving our children the essential knowledge that is Islam. And be it 5 minutes, be it 10 minutes, be it a weekly session, we should religiously do it, right? And should not let our children be away from us just because we are busy with things. We should give them time. We should make sure that whatever they are reading, we are aware of that. And for the development of youngsters, you have less than 10 years. This is what I believe. When they are 11, 12, then you have 10 years. After that, they have to do their own struggle. So in these 10 years, when we are at our the zenith, the peak of our youth, we don't have time. We have so much to do as well. But again, if we are only giving them monetary benefits, if we are just giving them the worldly things and not making a proper foundation, then that will definitely haunt us in the future. So it's basically this message is just an alarm for us, so that we just wake up and do something about it. And as I mentioned, we have very good resources, we have very good people, we have very good knowledge out there. It's not that we lack something, we are behind something. It's just that we just have to keep our tracks, keep ourselves in a very proper direction, direct ourselves to the right place. That's about it. So hope this message will inshallah help or benefit you, inshallah, you and your family. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep us in his or under his blessing at all times. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from all the sins we have done, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us for all the sins we have done. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.